of childhood sexual abuse have been fighting for justice for decades now, with some moderate success. We know that here in Australia there's been an inquiry into the institutionalised sexual abuse as through primarily religious organisations that have sexually assaulted children for decades, and that there has been a push for many of those people, of the children, now adults, that have been assaulted to have some sort of appropriate remuneration. And to some extent that has taken place. But here in South Australia, we have chosen not to modify the laws, and the laws which basically say that a church is an unincorporated entity and as such can't be sued for libel or for damage that it might do to another person. However, that might be about to change, and we're pretty excited about the fact that even though it's taken forever, and I don't know what there is about this state that is in many ways is far more advanced than others, but in other ways is rather slow and tedious in the way that it goes about making significant changes. And one of those is about this law that prevents people from taking action against churches for the abuse that they have perpetrated on children. But this is maybe about to change. So there's an article in the Advertiser which says survivors of historical institutional child sex abuse have called on state MPs to pass long-awaited laws that eradicate lawsuit protection for churches before Parliament rises this week. South Australia is the only state that has yet to abolish a legal loophole that says churches are unincorporated entities and therefore cannot be sued. A Royal Commission recommended reform 4 years ago, and a bill has been drafted. However, it continues to languish in state parliament, and I can't understand why that specifically is the case. This bill is a priority for this government, and we expect it will pass before the end of the year, a state government spokesman said on Sunday. Opposition Legal Affairs spokesman Kaya Mayer said Labor had supported the bill in the upper house in September and would do so again. I very much hope the government gives it the priority it deserves in the last 3 days of the year, or sitting days of the year. Goes on to say, so they speak to this bloke, and he says that whatever his name is, it says, many who were abused as children decades ago are like me, aged in the 70s and 80s. Some of us will be nearing the end of our lives, and most of those people will never receive any compensation for the abuse that occurred to them because of this stupid legal loophole. We do not have the luxury of waiting until next year to see these important reforms come into effect. The loophole that protects churches from being sued over historic cases known as in legal circles as the Ellis defence after a high-profile case in 2007 in New South Wales. In the years since, all states except SA have reformed their laws to eliminate the loophole. And as I said before, it is rather sad that in many ways South Australia is quite progressive. In others, we're a pain in the arse. So this is, I hope, something that will take shape, that will change the way people can approach the abuse that they have received as a result of the churches, and get appropriate compensation that will definitely mean that there will be some sense of justice, I guess, for these particular individuals. Thanks for being with everybody. Keep watching, take care, look after yourselves, and please remember to subscribe to my YouTube channel and to ring the bell. Take care, look after yourselves, everybody, and be safe.